there is a commercial structure which is being sold in Lugazi. Are we together? And we need someone to go and take a look at it. What do? Usually they will look at the chairman and the what? And the investment chairman or someone like that, yeah? But the question is that we need to support that person to at least make that what? That trip. Otherwise, that person will burn out. And usually the people who burn out are the people who are most committed to the what? To the club. So what we need is to ask ourselves, how do we, and also recreating the leadership. There are so many investment club members who are convinced that they can't lead, and they are happy with that position, isn't it? How many of you have a member who has been a very good member, but every time leadership is announced, he says, I can't do it. You people, I'm too serious. Are we on the same page? You have that member. I think these are discussions which the clubs need to start what? Having. Because in the absence of them, you can't be able to win together. The club can't be lifted by one person. Obera club nga omuntu omu yekka yakola ki? Meeting zonna yazigenda. That is why some treasurers run away with the money. After like 4 years, he says, I need to reward myself. I've been working so hard, you people. Let me pick up the money and I what? And I disappear. Are we there? He looks at his time, he says, you people have invested a lot. Let me go. Actually, in his heart of hearts, yabera akoze eki, yesa sudda akoze eki, achivuddemu. Are we on the same page? So we need to ask ourselves, how do we make sure that we rejuvenate the what? The leadership. The final one here is a lack of member participation. Now, I'm going to just talk more on this. One of the things which is key is everyone doesn't have to pull the same kind of weight, but everyone has to put in at least over 80%. There are members who are very, very good at making reports. They are very good. Are we there? If that person is good at making reports, give him the role to make reports and make sure reports are there every what? Every month. Another member is very good at mobilizing. Most of our clubs are born in existing relationships. Tegeza twali ba mukwano nga tetunaba nakola ki? Kufuuka club. However, there is something, some members, their role is to make sure that that relationship keeps. Some members come alive when you say there is a barbecue. Otherwise, they are very dormant until there is a what? When you say there is a barbecue, then some members, but they're also important. If the barbecue generates some more savings, well and good. Are we on the same page? Yeah. So you need to ask yourself, how do I get each member what? Engaged. One of the things which I'll talk about here is the importance of you making members continuously excited about what is happening in the club. Part of the problem is that members get bored. Usually they what? They do. A member, when you think about investments, for example, sometimes there are investments which are very lucrative, but they are very boring. Very boring what? Investments. So you say, members, we are going to come together and we are going to buy a treasury bill. Members struggle. You say, treasury bill, how does it work? Eh? Are we there? Yet, treasury bills are very lucrative business and very safe. Are we on the same page? So you as a leader, you need to make sure there is a what? There is a balance and cause excitement in people about some of the things which are what? Which are being there. I'll give you an example. The bank can quickly convert your savings into a treasury bill or a fixed deposit account. It's just a paper, isn't it? However, the fact that people can't get excited about it means that people don't take that investment what? Option. So one of the things which you need to do as a leader is to make sure that you cause excitement. One of the things which causes excitement is showing people clearly where the money is. If you can show people clearly where the money is, let's say your club has collected 100 million. If your club has collected 100 million, I want you to think about a business which will give you a net profit of 10 million at the end of 1 year. Net profit, cash, you have it in the pocket. Which business have you started? Let's say you decide to buy a property, isn't it? So you buy a house somewhere deep, about 25 kilometers from Kampala's central business district. You buy a house and they rent that house at, let's say 500 what? Thousand. Per what? Per month. So, when you buy the house, that's when you discover that the cement inside the house wasn't as strong as you thought. So it keeps falling apart, isn't it? So you first pump in another 20 million to what? To kind of bring it up to speed. When you get your first tenant, that's when you discover that the septic tank doesn't work. They call you and they tell you, by the way, everything is on top. Then you have to get another 10 million. And what? Deal with the septic tank. How much have you pumped in now? 100 and what? 30. Then you get this tenant who actually accepts, and you tell him you pay 4 months in advance. He's happy. He pays 2 million. Then in month 4, you ask him for month 5. He disappears. He says, I'm up country. Ndibu safari. Every time you call your tenant, Ndiku safari. 2 months down the road, you haven't got rent for 2 what? Months. That's when Umeme also calls you and says, the bill, by the way, is an extra 500. So pay it now or we are disconnecting. So you go back into the club's money. And you do what? You get 500, you pay rent. You spend money on a policeman to chase the tenant away. The policeman also takes 500. He chases the tenant. When he chases the tenant, you notice that actually the man has been manufacturing things inside one of the rooms. And all the walls are black. He had used it as a manufacturing what? Your house was manufacturing. Then you get more money, another 10, you refurbish. By the end of the first year, you have spent 150 million on the house. You go and look for a buyer. And the buyer says, best case scenario, I can give you 100. Best case scenario. If you want cash. Because the truth is, I can only give you 50 now, and then I'll pay the other one in 6 months. Members are quarreling with one another. Who caused this? I told you this house was a bad idea. I told you this house was a what? Was a bad idea, isn't it? So after 1 year, you have spent 150 million of member contributions. You have literally lost 50 million. Yet there was an option of a treasury bill, isn't it? Now the treasury bill is not as exciting, but you get a good 10 million at the end of 1 what? 1 year. And all you have to do is to pray that the government remains intact. Huh? Are we on the same page? So you need to think about, you need to ask yourself as an investor, and those are the tough questions which clubs need to what? Need to answer. Because most of our clubs, if our biggest struggle is there is members are not participating, the few who are participating are usually very divergent. So there's a total lack of focus within the what? Within the club. And that lack of focus has a way, it creates an environment where members can't be able to win together. So when you think about it, where your win is seated in being able to say, as members, how do we harness the energies of each and every one of us to be able to succeed together? Now, one of the flip sides of this discussion is also the fact that many times as a club, there is a point there where you reach, and especially those of us, most of us are in well-established clubs. There is a point where you reach where you feel like the club can't, there are no opportunities out there for the what? For the club. There are no investment opportunities. There are no gaps that can be what? That can be filled. That point is also seated on the saying that as a club, possibly sometimes you need to rise to a different level. One of the things which, as a bank, we are continually trying to do is to make networking meetings, so that you hear what other clubs are actually what? Doing. what are other people doing to be able to what? To succeed. Your club may be doing something that another club has already figured out. When you think about what's going to happen in Battle for Cash, one of the biggest feedbacks which we get is that I found out what other people were doing, and I was what? I was inspired. So one of the things which I hope that you do as clubs is not to limit yourself to the ideas of your membership, but take more time to network with other people and ask yourself, what exactly are they doing? I'm going to close with just a small comment on, I've talked about the investment side as a big challenge in the club. However, most clubs, how many clubs here are to date on their savings, their saving commitments? Every member is up to speed. Please put up your hand confidently so that we give you a big hand clap. Please give them a big hand clap. Give them a big hand clap. Every member is up to speed. How many 80% of the members are up to speed? How many above 50%? How many no member is up to speed? Are we there? I want to close with a comment on savings. One of the basic things a club does is to encourage members to what? To save. And it is a very basic thing. One of the small little books on money which I like is, how many of you have read The Richest Man in Babylon? It's a small, tiny book. It's a beautiful book. In this book, the writer makes an analogy of saving as passing by a river every day and dropping one stone, one pebble, isn't it? So every time I go by the river, I pick one stone and I drop it in the what? He says that the problem is, most people, the first 2 days they will drop stones. On day 3, they will say, I will drop all the stones on Sunday. So he said, don't worry, I won't drop now, I'll drop on Sunday. When Sunday reaches, they say, at the end of the month, I will come here and all I will do is drop stones. Isn't it, Then after, when the end of the month reaches, the end of the year says, I am going to take off one full day like this, and I'll drop all the 365 stones at what? At once. The next thing you find is no stone has been dropped. The truth is, all our clubs need to hammer home the message of saving. And that boring discipline of putting money on the account every month. In the absence of that discipline, the club will collapse. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And I tell you, for us, if you look at it from the bank's perspective, clubs start, they are saving, then 20 deposits become 10, 5, 1, bank charges only, bank charges. That's the only thing which happens on the what? The point is that the members have lost the what? Your power is in being disciplined enough to keep putting in the money. I personally think that when you think about when you think about us as a country, saving is not something which comes naturally to us. It isn't something which is wired into our education system. It isn't something which is wired into many of our family networks. It means that it is a habit which we need to what? Which we need to learn. Most clubs, they will struggle. They will say things like, we have saved money, it is on the account, it is doing nothing. However, when money is to be spent, there is no discussion at all. When they say, let's go to the beach, there the check is signed without any what? Any questions. Do you get my point? The point is that there are two forces which are fighting for your money: saving and consumption. Consumption is very powerful. It is so powerful that you cannot be able to what? To fight it unless you discipline yourself to what? To save. One of the analogies which we usually make, and some of you have possibly heard me say this, there is this thing called financial temperature. Someone has heard about financial temperature? Imagine some people here. What is financial temperature? It's very simple. Everyone has a what? Financial temperature. The difference is it's different for every what? Every person. So my brother here, his financial temperature may be 50,000. Him, his financial temperature may be 100,000. Her financial temperature may be 200,000. The lady over there, the financial temperature may be 1 million. However, all of us have these different temperatures, but you cannot be able to handle money which goes beyond. When you think about financial temperature, think about it like body temperature. What's the body temperature of a human being? Pardon? 36.7. So if you go to a clinic and they find you at 39, what do? They give you paracetamol so that you return to the what? To the normal temperature. And the financial temperature is also like that. So let me say my sister over here, or my brother over here, his financial temperature is 50,000. He's peaceful. He has 50,000 in his what? In his pocket. However, I meet him and then I notice we're in school together. I say, you man, I haven't seen you for a long time. I'm very excited to see you. I give him 200,000. How much does he have now? He was at what? Where has he gone now? 250 what? 1,000. Something happens inside him. He starts sweating on his own. All of a sudden he's not settling. He starts turning. The colleagues in the same club he comes with, says, my brother, what is up? He says, I'm not feeling well. I need to go. And indeed, very soon we see him running out. He goes and gets a safe border outside and hits the shops before they what? They close. And indeed, when he was coming, there is a certain trouser which he saw, and the trouser was at 50,000. He says, you pack the trouser. After the trouser, he says, but the trouser, where is the shirt? Shirt is how much? 50. Says, pack the shirt also. But new shirt, new trouser, what about shoes? Says, shoes at 80. Says, put them in. But new shoes, new shirt, new trouser, at least let's have a tie. Are we together? How much is the tie? The tie is 10. Says, pack it. He gives the 10,000 to the what? To the border man. And indeed, he comes back and finds us before we finish this session. He walks in with his polythene bag, peaceful and at peace. How much money does he have now? How much has he spent? 50 plus 50? Plus 80? Plus 10? Plus 10? Where has he returned? He has returned to the money which he can sit comfortably with. Are we together? Do you understand what financial temperature is? All of us have it. Now the problem in a club, members have different financial temperatures. So when you try to tell members, let all of us save 200,000, you are interrupting people's financial temperatures. That's why they keep asking you questions like, you people, but the money has accumulated. Why don't we share it? There is a lot of money in the bank. Yeah? A whole 30 million, it is seated there doing nothing. The pressure starts building. It starts building. Do you know how many? Sometimes the treasurer is under enormous pressure to share the money. You people, we have problems. But why? Because this person is not used to being peaceful with saying that I have 5 million on my savings. He's not peaceful with that. He needs to reduce it back to the temperature, which he what? He's more peaceful when he has no money at all. He says, by the way, I don't know what money I have. The club helps you increase your financial temperature. All of us. In one or the other, what the club is doing is pushing your temperature up. It is forcing you to keep peaceful. I tell you, within the first 10 years of a club, the club is one of the places you will have the most liquid asset in your whole asset portfolio. That's why people start targeting the club, because when you get home and you notice that you have a financial problem of 1.5 million, then you remember your 3 million you have in the club. Start saying, chairman, let us share this thing. At least share at the end of the year, and then we start again. That is why most of the, Niginers, we save money at the end of the year, we what? That is not saving. I was doing a training in one of the districts. It's called Luka. Luka is next to Iganga. And I'm training a group of ladies, and they tell me we have already solved the saving thing. We save a lot of money. Say, you explain to me, every week for us, we come 5,000 shillings. I say, wow. So how much do you have? At the end of the year, we buy a cow. I say, wow. How many cows do you have? He says, no. We buy the cow and we cut it and we what? We eat it. Eh? Everyone, 10 kilograms, everyone gets 10. 10. Last year, we ate a lot of meat. But that's the problem. That is low financial what? Temperature. So if there's one message I want to leave with you, the club is not a painless process. It is actually quite a painful what? Process. The process of saving has never been painless. However, it is worth every minute. It is worth every shilling you put away. As a country, our savings are still low. That's as a country. But the problem is not at a national level. It is in households. Households have no what? No savings. And clubs are a tool for us to be able to save and grow our wealth. So I hope that, I was going to say I hope that you all win, but there's only one check. But all I'll say is that go out there and excel. There is a lot in your club that can happen. There is, the opportunities are up for the taking. Clubs have started greenhouses, clubs have started restaurants, clubs have started schools. Clubs have done amazing things. However, it is never a painless process. And I believe the most painful part in a club is the saving thing. So go out there and remind your members that we are raising our financial temperature. All the best and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much, Ronald. Are there any questions for Ronald? Because some of you have seen him on NTV, and some people kept on asking me, when can we ever have that teacher on NTV come and teach us? We have him live. So ask all the questions that you want before we go into the next session. Any questions for Ronald? Please. One. Let me just see the hands. You know you're on TV, and TV time. 1, 2, 3. Great.
Contact.
Contacts? Brief and nice.
Okay. I start?
Please start. Shoot.
I just wanted quick clarification on financial temperature. So, I don't know if I have gotten you right on what financial temperature really is, but I'm wondering, does financial temperature keep changing with your amount of income that you keep getting? For example, if my salary has been 2 million and my financial temperature is 500,000, like when the salary comes, I have to spend it until I get to like 500. Then the next time my salary is 4 million, does it change? Do you understand the question?
Does an increase in income
change the financial temperature? Yes.
Is it that I'll be comfortable with more money if I get more money? I think that's at the heart of your question. I think that's a very, very good question. And many of us, actually, one of the things which we have grown to believe is that our tension for money is simply a factor of income. That if really I can earn 5 million, I will be able to keep more. That's where you hear people saying, I don't save because what I earn is very what? Is very little. Are we there? However, the truth is, there are people who earn 20 million and have a temperature of 100,000. They will get the 20 and spend all of it until it returns to what? To 100. And they say, let the next paycheck come, let the next one what? Come. So the point is that you need to educate yourself about money. And that's why being in a group is powerful. Because in a group, you'll notice you will have friends who are comfortable about the contribution of 200,000 every month. So as you start learning about how they behave, as you start learning that they don't change a car every year, you start changing your temperature and you what? you increase it. So it can change. However, increase of income is not what changes it. It is your behavior with what? With money. Does that help? Yes.
Sorry, just before you, your question, no?
Thank you. My question, two questions. Okay, one is a question, another one is an invitation. Say I have 3 million. What can I invest in? Because I don't want my money to just sit on an account. It should earn returns as it enters. Yeah, so your advice for that little money.
If I have only 3 million.
Yes.
Okay.
Then, yeah, maybe you'll answer that and then I can say the next, or should I say the next? The
Yes,
next,
say both of them.
Thank you for your presentation and would like, as the Eagles, to invite you to our next meeting on 15th September. We'll be honored if you could
Thank you, I'm honored.
guide us.
I'm
Yes.
honored. Well, but the response to your question, when you think about investment, one of the things which you have to pay attention to is what they call low-hanging fruits. Invest in what you know and what you understand. And that changes for everyone. But the question is, what do you know and what do you what? What do you understand? And don't, I'll give you the simplest way to, if an investment club had 10 million and they haven't decided on what to invest in, my simple recommendation would be just buy a treasury bill. Put it there for 3 months and what? And wait as you figure it out. But when you think about investment a bit, the part of the problem which we have is that many times we try to invest in the spectacular and we ignore the simple. Don't attempt to do the spectacular before you have done the what? The simple. You see people saying, I am reading about cryptocurrency. Then you say, cryptocurrency is actually complex. Even the people who teach it haven't fully understood it. You say, they teach you and they said, I think it's very complex, but we are understanding it. So the point is that find something which you fully understand. I usually argue that in an investment club, if there is a member who has been successful in business in a certain line, make use of him. If he's buying produce and he's selling it, say next time you bring a lorry, bring 20 bags for us and 30 for what? For yourself. Piggy bank on people who understand. Usually the members who are most quiet in a club are the best at business. They keep wondering about the intellectuals discussing difficult things, wondering why they are discussing. But them, they understand the what? The business. So the point is that piggy bank on the person. You invest in what you know and fully understand what you have chosen to what? To invest in. Yes.
One, two. Okay. Let me just see the hands that we are left with. 1, 2, 3. 3 hands. Thank you. Okay, 4.
Hi, thank you very much for your presentation. Very inspiring. Quick question on ratios of amounts in the bank. So the ratio of investment over savings. How much should you leave in the bank if people have to leave or, right? So if you invest it all, then you've got nothing in the bank? Yeah, so the liquidity issue of, yeah.
Can we take all the questions at once?
Thank you for the presentation. For me, I want you to elaborate more about the treasury bill and how can it be affected by the government.
Thank you. The hand.
Hello. First, I would like to thank you for the presentation. Second, I'm really touched when it comes to challenges of clubs, and the most important issue is about members' participation. What will be your advice if you have members, maybe majority of them, even if meetings are called, they never come, and then they want to heap all the responsibilities on the leadership? What will be your advice?
Thank you. There's a hand. Our last question for the evening.
Thank you, presenter from Good Life Club. Wanted you to throw more light on what they call unit trust or UAP, like insurance, vis-a-vis the treasury bonds, because the treasury bonds, at the end of it, they were you pay withholding tax. And in unit trust or those other investment companies, I think there's like the withholding tax is not paid. But I wanted you to throw more light on the UAP or unit trust investment companies. Thank you.
Andrew, you're going to answer some of these questions. You are the banker. All right. Thank you for the questions. I think the first one was on ratios. I think one of the key things which you need to, when you're choosing how much should I hold in cash, how much should I invest, it is a factor of the activity of your business. So for example, some clubs, let's say you are running a plantation. You have planted trees. When you plant trees, it is an active business. It means you need to buy pesticides. It means you need to pay employees. It means that you need cash to run the what? The business. So that means that you need to ask yourself, what bit of money do I need? What you project, and ask yourself, what expenses do I anticipate to be able to what? To do this. But specifically talked about members who exit. Members who exit, one of the things which is interesting about clubs is that the money in clubs is a bit more patient than individual investments. You find that people are a bit more patient with you when they give you money in a club. And I think it is a very good thing because that allows for some investment. However, we need to make sure that our bylaws clearly state what needs to happen. If a member wants to exit, it can't be that you pay them tomorrow. I mean, you should first of all write and give us a notice and tell us that I will be exiting in the next couple of months. And if we have some liquid assets, we can be able to liquidate them and look after that interest. So that should be clear in the bylaws. However, if there is a crisis and some clubs run some credit schemes, you can be able to use other methods to be able to fill the liquidity the liquidity gap. Specifically on treasury bills, I think a couple of colleagues will add to this. But when you think about a treasury bill, it is simply you lending money to government. And government is the safest borrower. Safest. No one can borrow as safely, because if government is not safe, then what is? Are we on the same page? So usually when government makes a commitment that I will pay you 10%, they will pay you what? 10%. So a treasury bill is a short-term loan to the what? To government. A bond is a longer-term loan to what? To government. And government is always collecting money from the population to be able to implement its programs. I think if you see the newspapers, there is an advertisement. But your bank, Dfcu, is an agent, a primary agent. That means that you simply come to Dfcu and you say, Dfcu, I want to do what? I want to get this treasury bill. And they do the rest of the paperwork. You just sign in whichever branch you go to, and they will do the rest of the work of what? Of procuring it. There are other schemes, I mean, like the unit trusts. That's another option. And I'm not an authority on them, so I won't make a specific comment on them. But the point is that all these run into what you would call safer, more predictable investments. However, when you think about sometimes the returns they give, they are not as appetizing as the sure deals which are outside, over 100% every month, 100% every what? Every month. So you need to balance your portfolio a bit. But I think it is very good to make use of them. If you have money and you're saying by the end of, let's say, our investment, we want to start to make a plantation, a pine plantation. And we say the next rains, the rains which we are targeting are the rains of next year in March. So you know that you need to accumulate a certain amount of money by next year in March, so you can fix it and be able to have sufficient money when the investment opportunity comes. I'll touch lastly on member participation. I think this is a challenge which all our clubs are facing. All our clubs are asking ourselves, how do we get members to be what? Engaged. One of the things which we need to do is to go back and ask ourselves, have members ever been engaged? Sometimes people recruit members who have never been engaged. That's a dangerous thing. Because there are two kinds of members. There are members who were very engaged at the start and they burnt out. There we can say how do we resuscitate and get them energy. But sometimes you recruit a member who never attended any of the meetings from the first what? From the first meeting. Now the question which we'll ask the club is exactly why is this person still your member? And one of the most difficult things is clubs letting go of people. It is very difficult. Then people say, how will I meet this person again? You know how close we were in school together. So sometimes you find that you need to monitor each member and ask yourself, this member who I say is not engaged, have they actually ever been what? Engaged. If you have a member who has never been engaged, let them go. Write them a letter and say thank you. The member doesn't save, doesn't come for meetings, but they are out there announcing that they are part of an investment club. You need to let them go. That group, you say, will release you. However, sometimes there are members who have been engaged, but they lost what? Steam. Sometimes this is caused by the club's goals not being aligned by the individual goals of the members. Sometimes members come to a club so that the club does things which they can't do on their own. It's very dangerous if your club is investing and individuals can make the same investments. Because members will say, the whole of us, 20 of us, we are chasing this thing which I can do on my own. Are we on the same page? So you need to ask yourself, how do I align the interests of the club to the interests of the member? Talk to them, ask them, what exactly do we need? Sometimes the club needs to just change focus. But that has to be done by understanding how do you cause the members to have energy again. Because a number of members sometimes are very excited, but then they notice the club is not going where they thought it would be what? It would be going. Are we there? All right, hand over to Andrew. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for Ronald. Thank you very much indeed. Now, right about now, we want to go for our refreshments. But before that, let me ask Florence and Mighty to come. What we're going to do, we promised we're going to give out money. So we're going to hand you off a piece of paper like this. Please simply write your club name and return it back to us. Even when you're 10 of you, and you write your club name 10 times, we'll pick out only one, and we shall do it openly here. So all clubs have the same opportunity and chance to win money. Two of the clubs, we have three clubs to reward this evening. Two of the clubs are seated among you right now. Two lucky clubs. One of the clubs is among the clubs we have in this Kampala Central region, and we shall do that using a computer. We shall run a draw on computer when everyone is seeing, and then a club name will appear by chance, the phone number we shall call. If they pick, we tell them you've won the money for your club. Simply that. If they do not pick the phone call, it is potea. If the phone is unavailable, it's potea. If it's busy, we wait until when the call drops. Yes. So simply please write your name, the group name, sorry, the club name on that paper and hand it back to us. And then after, we'll ask you to go and please serve something to eat and drink. Just the group or club name, only that. No, just for if you're writing, we only need your club name. The calling, we are going to do it for the groups who are not here. No. Terms and conditions apply. No staff of Dfcu are allowed to participate. No staff of NTV are allowed to participate. No staff of PwC are allowed to participate. So if a staff club won money, it's potea. We give it to the next club in line. So please. If you're done, please you move out to this end and please pick something to eat and drink, and then you come back to our seats so we can give out the money before the check evaporates. Thank you. Two clubs. Huh? You have two clubs. Okay, another paper. Please write.
Write different names.
Please, if you've written, please come and serve so we can. TV time, we need to rush back to studio so they can do the akaungezi So we need to rush this before 7. All right. And the best of luck to the lucky ones, huh? Okay. Oh, yeah. So for those who prayed in the morning, if you forgot to pray in the morning, please pray. Say a little prayer now. Because... one. Someone spends... just the club... Club... 4 clubs. Huh? Right. So if you're done, please move. Come and have some to Jesus. So after, when you pick something to eat and drink, please come back and have your seats so you can be able to go through this session very fast. Please give it to me. All right.
In this world, they resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart words of life, words of hope. Give us strength, help us cope in this world wherever we roam. Ancient words will guide us home. Ancient words ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come
discussing. The two of us. And we just put that as well. Come out for 2 days a week, is okay.
Holy words, long preserved for our walk in this world. They resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Words of life, words of hope, give us strength, help us cope in this world. Wherever we roam, ancient words will guide us home. Ancient words, ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Holy words of our faith, handed down to this age, came to us through sacrifice. Oh, heed the faithful words of Christ. Holy words, long preserved for our walk in this world. They resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Ancient words, ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Ancient words, ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Ancient words, ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Ancient words, ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words impart. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words
Yes, man. That's the come on. All right, my hope is Several. Sorry. Thank you. So what we're going to do now, we're going to sort these papers. Please bring them one by one. So if you hear a club name twice,
Holy words, long preserved
a club name twice,
for our walk in this world, they resound with God's own heart. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Words of hope, give us strength, help us cope in this world, where'er we roam. Ancient words will guide us home. Ancient words, ever true, changing me and changing you. We have come with open hearts. Oh, let the ancient words impart. Holy words,
so. All right. We want to sort out these papers. Please don't disappear, mighty. There are people's votes in there. Eh? Don't be like Zimbabwe. All right. So we're going to read out. If you hear a club name twice, please mention and shout so you can drop the other paper. We only take one. If you haven't had your club name, please put up your hand so we can include your club. Okay. Benchmark Investment Group. Open name. Skills Development Center, Chida. Buhej Youth Development Association Club. Legacy Investment Group. Community Care Service Youth Investment Club. Bridge Investment Club. Group 20 Investments Limited. Rizik Investment Club. Rizik is twice. Rizik is thrice. Bulenga Timber Investment Club. Wabigalo Parish Management Committee. Wabigalo Parish Management Committee.
Yes, it's from Ginger Road.
Ginger Road, okay. Chambogo University Statistics Staff Investment Club. Awolgu Investment Club. Makerere University Actuarial Society. Umoja ni Kazi Sacco. Rizik Investment Club the fourth time. Global Elites Investment Club. Banama Saka Tukolerewamu Development Association. Bulenga Timber Investment Club. Bulenga second time. Chasing Stars twice. Protea Hotel, Uganda. Is it a staff club? Protea? Staff, okay, thank you. Bitoma Comprehensive Genesis Investment Club. Bitoma Comprehensive Genesis Club. Good Life Club. Triumph Youth Investment Club. Rizik, the fifth time. Multi-Business Development Club. Please open this. Vashas Ladies Investment Club. Our Chama Investment Club. Africa Logistics Limited Investment Club. The Titans Investment Club. Rizik, the sixth time. Luzira Alliance Sacco. I love the faith by Rizik. Eh? Luzira Alliance Sacco, the second time. Luzira Alliance, the third time. Protea Hotel, the second time. Biarugaba Gumoteo Isingoma. This is a club. Who wrote this? Is it a club? It's a club, okay? Swava Investment. Elite, Global Elite, second time. Buhweji Youth, second time. Savings Group Link, SGL. Awolgu, second time. Community Coalition for Development. Komoshe Investment Club. El Shaddai Investment Club, rigging, the Egrets Club, Lutalo Foundation, Proudly, Sapin Investment Club, Fountain Development Initiative, Fountain Second Time, Prison Life Ministries International, Destiny Focus Club, the Seed Investment Club, Awolgu, the third time. Anyone you haven't heard the name of your group? All your groups are here? All right. Let me welcome the manager investment clubs and circles in DFC Bank, Miranda Musoke, to come and welcome our visitors. But also I would like to welcome all the staff who did introduce, probably you asked them to come and so they can be seen and introduce themselves. The manager who did went on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew has introduced me. My name is Miranda Bagaine Musoke, and I work with DFCU, managing investment clubs. I want to thank you all for coming. I know some of you were here even before 4, so I thank you for your patience. And I know there was quite a bit of traffic jam, so you braved it to be with us today. We appreciate that, and we know that at least 2 of the clubs that are represented here will leave much happier than when you came in. I think the staff had already been introduced. Who wasn't here? Which of the branch managers were not here when we had the introduction? All, eh? Okay, please let's have the branch managers come here and just introduce themselves to the customers. So you'll introduce yourself and the branch that you manage. Hey, Lloyd, come and introduce yourself.
Good evening. I'm called Godfrey Okello, manager Kiambu University branch. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm called Grace Kopsinja Kalumba, branch manager, Chadondo Road, downstairs.
Good evening. Lloyd Jonathan Busura, head of electronic banking.
Good evening. My name is Jacqueline Nachigude Kalibala, branch manager in Pala House.
Thank you. Thank you, managers. Okay, so Andrew, we're going to go straight into the draw now. Who is going to pick for us? Oh, okay. All right. The main reason that we are here, every Friday we have sessions here. We have training sessions. I don't know if some of you have attended any of those. Okay. So today is a bit different because we are talking about our Battle for Cash campaign. I think you've seen many of us wearing the T-shirt. And even the invitation message was stating the Battle for Cash draw. Last year we ran a Battle for Cash, season 1. Did anybody watch it on TV? Hey, I see a few hands. Okay. So what we are doing now, we have started the season 2 of Battle for Cash. And we are asking our customers to enter this competition. There are forms that I believe have been handed out. Have they? We have some forms here. And basically what we want you to do with this form is to tell us your project as a club, as an investment club, or a SACCO, or any other group that is a formalized group. The project doesn't have to be in existence. It could be a plan, but we just want to understand what it is that your club is planning to do in the next 12 months. These forms, once we have received them, will be vetted by one of our partners, that's PwC, and we will narrow down to 20 clubs. These 20 clubs are the ones that will go into the Battle for Cash challenge that will be aired on TV. Out of those 20 clubs, we will have 10 winners. But all the 20 clubs will be taken for a study tour to Nairobi, whether or not they win the grand prize. The top club, the very first, the winner will win 30 million shillings. The second will win 20 million. And the third will win 15 million. We also have prizes for the 4th and 5th. And we have prizes for the youth, best youth club, which is 8 million, and the best women or ladies club, all women, which is also 8 million. This time round, we've also introduced consolation prizes for the other 5, up to number 10. They'll all win 1 million up to the 10th club. So if you applied last year and you didn't go through, please apply again. If you didn't, this is your chance. I think 30 million is not very little money for an investment club. We actually had testimonials. We should have played them for you, for the people who won last year. The winning club last year was from Dokolo. And last year, the grand prize was 25 million. So we increased it to 30 million this year. So your club could be having a project that's worth maybe 50 million, maybe 20. But I think 30 million could go a long way in helping you achieve what you have planned to achieve for the next year. So please, 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 the reason we've called you here today is so that you can take part in the Battle for Cash Season 2. Yes, we are giving out some money today to 3 lucky clubs, but that is 500,000 shillings. And also because we want you people to see that we are serious about this money. It's not a joke. Even the people who went to Nairobi last year, the 20 clubs who went to Nairobi, Andrew likes saying they didn't go by bus. No, they didn't go by bus. The bank flew them to Nairobi for that study tour. It was an all-expense-paid trip. And you even get business advisory services for the winning clubs. For a full year, PwC is going to give you advisory services depending on what your needs are as a club. So if you don't get a form here, you can get a form from any of your branches, or you can even download it from our website. Since we are now in the tech age, you can go to our website, download a form, fill it out, and you can even email it to us at the Investment Club mailing group. So once again, thank you for coming. Let's go into the draw now. I don't know who has been identified to pick. Andrew. We need a neutral person. Who's going to pick the winners? We run that one first. Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Miranda. So what we're going to do is this is the central region. And for those who came in late, we have our regional manager here. Let me just ask us to stand up. Just stand up and wave. She's the boss for this region where you are. Called Kampala. She's called Hawa Salinge. Hawa, good to see you. Thank you so much for hosting us. Now what we're going to do, she has given us the data for all the clubs in her region. We are going to run this raffle draw. And one lucky club from all the region, even if they're not here, the name will come up and we shall call and tell them you've won the money. If they pick up. If they don't pick up, potea. If the number is unavailable, potea. If it's busy, we wait until when it drops. Now, for the other two, it's why you wrote the names on the papers. And 2 of you are sure to take money. Either your neighbor on the left, or your neighbor on the right, or your neighbor in the front, or your neighbor in the back. Somehow your neighbor on the diagonal side like this. All right. What we do, because we're on TV, and like I mentioned, they need us back to studio by 7 for the Kaunge. So what we're going to do, we're going to do it very fast. We go ready, steady, charge. Are we ready? Ready, steady. Oh, no, we got together. We got together. It's money. 1, 2, ready, steady, charge. The names are going to run, and if you're so lucky, your name will appear. We shall call the phone number, and we shall get to know if you're the lucky person who has won the money for your club. If we stop there. And Credit Society. All right. Now, the name is so long, the phone number couldn't display, but we need to go into the database for us to be able to see the... Sorry? But no. No, and I'm going to show you the name and the phone number that is attached to that name in the Excel. Have faith in me. Okay. Kampala Central. Wano? Yes. It's called Aogu. A-O-G-U. Right there. Miranda, the number is... Miranda? The number is there. Yes. 0772 429 586. Aogu Cooperative and Saving and Credit Society. Aogu Sacco. 772 429 586. Unavailable. Don't make it busy. Please don't make it busy. were somewhere yesterday and the people in the room were making the phone number busy. It has gone off. It has gone off. Is it? Second. Let's speak. It rings and goes off. So we have to run again.
We don't try again.
We run again. It goes off, yeah.
First, wait, maybe it's my phone.
Can you have an regional manager? Please give us your phone. Howard, please come with your phone. Let's use your phone, yes, just in case. Is it going through now? It goes off. So let's try, just to be fair, let's try the regional boss's phone. All right. Please dial for us the number, Howard. 0772 429 0772 429 586. Put down the loudspeaker.
Telephone number you have called is not available at the moment. Please try again later.
It's not available at the moment. We shall try again later next year. We want to be fair. So we go back to our list. Yes, that's how they miss. All right. Ready, steady, charge. Just in case you're praying, your club name appears, the phone number appears, we call, and if you pick, I can't stop, it's automated. And then if you, all right. Divine Family Investment Club. All right. 0752. Okay. 0752 348 454. Divine Family Investment Club.
Sorry, the number you have called is currently switched.
We go again. Someone is happy. Ready, steady, charge. Someone is saying hard prayers here for. All right. We go until when we get our one winner from this system, and then we go for the two winners from that one. Ganadors Investment Club. I love the name here. Ganadors Investment Club. 0780 293 110. Ganadors Investment Club. 780 293 110.
It is not available at the moment.
We go again. We go again. We go again. We go again. Ready, steady, charge. Until we get the winner from the entire region, who is not represented here. Group 20 Investments Limited. All right. 0753 079 079. Group 20 Investments Limited. Are they here? No, we are calling the phone. All right. Come. Make some noise for Group 20 Investments. Congratulations. Hey. All right, let me ask the regional manager to come. Miranda, please come. Wow. It had to be his because all the first three were off. Somehow, the man was praying. Group 20 Investments. So we shall Investments Limited. The check might bounce if the name is Investments Limited. All right. So we need to know your name and which branch your account is held.
Yes, my name is Godfrey Mhindo. My branch is Ginger Road, which is currently Crown House.
Ginger Road is the manager here. Okay. She's coming from Ginger Road. That's why she's so excited. All right. So Miranda and Howard, please hand over the check. Make some noise. Group 20 Investments Limited. Wow. Congratulations to the club, and we hope the money will be used as a seed in the investment club. Congratulations. Yes. All right. A picture. Okay. Can someone, yeah, I know. Who's a good volunteer who has no nugu? You take a good picture. All right. With a handshake? With a handshake? With a handshake? Make some noise for Group 20 Investments Limited. Wow. The 20 members should receive the good news and thank them for banking with Dfcu. You answer? Kodak moment. Only that we need to run back to studio. The phone has battery low. Warning. TTT. No, we'll take and we'll share with you. We'll take and then we shall share with you. All right. Congratulations once again. Congratulations and thank you very much. Okay, just very fast because we need to use the check again. So I want a volunteer to come. Who is a volunteer here? Because if you pick yourself, you still win the money. It is fair like that. If you pick your club name, you still win the money. So I need a lady and a guy. All right? Please come. I need a gentleman. Please come. You come with your hanky because you're going to blindfold yourself as you pick. Please bring them here and pour them here. Pour them here where the camera is focusing so that there is no Zimbabwe here. Yeah, the guys were almost fighting last night, so yes. Free like that. Fair like this. All right. So please blindfold yourself. You're going to make the first pick. Okay. And no transparent, eh? Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So the first pick of the evening, whatever paper you pick, please you pick only one. Okay, we'll guide you. Okay. All right. Please open it up. So you can. Okay. First undo the paper. First undo open. Fair like this. So you're going to open. Please, you're going to show it to the camera right there. First stand and show it. No, first open her eyes now. Okay. Please show it to the camera. Please show it to the camera. Show it to the camera there. And now please read for us the name that you have there.
Africa Logistics Limited.
Investment Club. Are you here, Africa Logistics Club? Are you here? All right. Make some noise for Africa Logistics. Africa Logistics. You can't be it. You can't be actuary. All right. Let's have our check. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
So well.
So well. Excited. Sam Kalulu here. Hey. All right, please tell us your name and where the club account is held.
I'm Kenya Catherine. The club account is in Dfcu Ginger Road, and our office is at Africa Logistics Limited.
Wow, congratulations. So let me request Howard, please come, and Miranda. She's your client. Okay, first hug her. You open the account, eh? Hey, mama. All right. Come on in the picture. Come on in the picture. Florence also come because you blindfolded the other person. The person who made the pick, please come. Come. She made the pick, so you want to give her a firm handshake, eh? The one who picked you. All right. Okay. We have the last winner to go. A round of applause to Africa Logistics Investment Club. Okay. Congratulations, and may the money be a seed in the club and do greater things. Eh? Nothing is ever little. Eh? Amen. Hallelujah. All right. I'll volunteer. Please blindfold. Yeah. Please. Congratulations. So you please give Miranda your account number details, as well as Richard. Godfrey, please give Miranda your account number details right after the show, as soon as we sign out. for the studio to continue with Akaungezi. All right. Who is feeling so lucky tonight? You better put up your hand heavily sing. Who is feeling so lucky tonight for 500,000? All right. Hope the eyes are not hurting, eh? Not so tight. No, okay, good. All right. Okay. Wow. If it's his, he wins the money. Country over, we haven't seen anyone who picked their own club. Please open and show it to the camera right there. And then please read for us the name.
The Titans Investment Club.
Are they here? Make some noise for the Titans Investment Club. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm very surprised. I'm not usually this lucky, and I came late.
How about you went for Juma? Yay! Where's Hawa? Hawa come. She's from Juma, and she's so excited. She's got so lucky, and Allah was hearing your prayers during lunchtime. All right. Miranda, please come as well, Miranda. Please tell us your name and the branch where the account is held. If it's Ginger Road, Banang. Okay.
My name is Shanaz Malik. The branch is the one at Acacia.
Acacia branch. Branch manager, please come. Branch manager, Acacia branch, come. And the salesperson for Acacia. All right. and where is the club located?
It's Kampala.
Kampala. Wow, congratulations. All right. So, okay. Congratulations one more time for the Titans Investment Club. You clap hard that there is 30 million at the end of it all, eh? Yes. Congratulations. A handshake from the regional manager, branch manager as well. And the gentleman who made the pick, please come. How could you miss? Please stand right there. Better give him a firm handshake, eh? Yeah. All right. One more time for the Titans Investment Club. Congratulations. Thank you so much and congratulations. All right. Thank you so much we promised that by 7 we'll be done because they need us to go back to studio for the news telecast. Now, thank you so much for coming. The forms that you've received, they give you access to up to 30 million, number 1, number 2, 20 million, number 3, 15 million, number 4, and number 5, 10 million each, number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, consolation prize of 5 million each, and then the Best Youth and Best Women Club, 8 million each. For as long as you simply fill in that form and give us the best investment proposal for your club. The best because you're going to fight for money. That's why we're calling it Battle for Cash. You're going to fight for money, and when fighting for money, you have to come with the best. So please give us the best proposal, the best business that even if it was you giving out the money, I will give this the money and not this one the money. So the best of luck to all of you, and thank you so much for coming, and have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for coming. We love you. Thank you for choosing DFCU. Thank you.
He said we have tried a proposal of filling this form.
You fill in that, it gets the space.